A very good afternoon once again from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It's Sunday the 6th of March 2022. The park's now been open for a month already. Big One is still closed, Grand National is still closed, and of course Valhalla is still closed. But it's good to see Blackpool on a day like today. It's actually fairly busy. The prom's got a few cars parked on it. The actual promenade, there's a few heads knocking around. And yeah, the park is fairly busy inside as well. But it's been about 2 weeks since the last update, so we might as well let things build up, let things change, and then show you all guys what's actually changed. So yeah, we'll head towards the main entrance of the park, head inside the park, and show you what has all changed inside. Right, so I'm now about to go inside the Pleasure Beach for today's little update. But it's worth pointing out, across the road by the casino building, those shops and units that used to sell like hot chips and hot dogs, stuff like that, they're not currently open on these weekends, so I'm not entirely sure when they will be back open. I presume they're waiting until it gets a bit busy like the summer season, but yeah, they're not open at the minute. But besides that, let's get in the park and see what's changed since 2 weeks ago. Right, so I'm going to start this update like I did with the last one, with Infusion. Right, so there's not actually a lot to report from Infusion, apart from that it's still on one train. Obviously there's nothing in the station now, and that one is going round. The lagoon's still in the same place, but a few fountains are on this time, unlike last time, because the weather this time is a lot warmer. But yeah, Infusion, not really a lot to see. The wait time looks like about 15 minutes. It's just outside the station there, on one train. But yeah, apart from that, nothing else to report on from Infusion. So let's head down to the big one, and everything else down in the South Park. Right, so I'm down here, down at Avalanche now. Obviously, unlike last time I was doing an update, the ride's actually operating. Because remember, this helix just in front of me was actually stalled inside of it. But also worth pointing out, look at the difference in paint job there, probably to the left hand and the right hand side. The teams during the week are currently getting on with repainting this attraction. And yeah, you can definitely tell a difference, as I say. Look at that. Just show you more quickly on this brand new repainting work that's happening. Yeah, what they're doing first is they're putting a grey section down, which is one of the bits of grey sections on that one, and then putting this ice white over the top to make it look like it's a fresh icy bobsleigh. But yeah, it's good to see this classic bobsleigh getting the work it needs. The only bad thing about today, it's on one train and the queue is probably about 40-minute wait. Yeah, apart from that, Avalanche, it's up and running. Right, I'm now down here by Icon. There it goes. It's on two trains with a very minimal wait, about 10 minutes. And they are absolutely smashing these trains out today. Literally been stood here for the past 5 minutes and there's been tons of trains coming out. So yeah, good operations on Icon today. But we'll just head on over to the left hand side of Skyforce and show the progress on the big one. It's very exciting, that's all I'll say. Right, and here is the very exciting news from today. The big one is now fully retracked for this year. The ride was retracked on Monday and Tuesday, the week just gone. If you want to head on over to Pleasure Beach Experience by Scott, he has filmed a nice 20-minute video and then putting all these sections on the Big Dipper and up into the mid-course onto the supports of the big one. But yeah, it's very good to see that this ride is now fully retracked. There's still little bits of white tape all over it, but I'm sure this next closed week, scaffolding will come down, bolts checked, everything's off, and the ride to be tested. I'm hoping it'll be open by next weekend, but obviously that's just me speculating. There's no official opening date for when this ride will be back open. But yeah, I can't see why it won't be open next weekend, or even towards the end of March. But yeah, good to see big one now fully retracked. But worth pointing out, you can definitely tell the difference in old track there, and then as soon as you get to the top, how many of them central braces there are, if you know what I mean. If you sort of count, where's my finger? There's the finger. So if you can't count there, 1, 2, in sort of the centre bit there, you'd have another one. Because if you look over here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's more central braces holding that spine and the running rails up. But yeah, it's good to see retracking now complete on the big one. And again, there's more of that brand new track that leads out of Big Dipper and onto the mid-course brake run. It's just so good to see this ride now with new track on. And obviously we're now one step closer to this beauty from reopening. But yeah, as I say, it starts there, behind Burger King, and ends all the way up there. So let's just hope next few weeks this ride will be back open. It's always sad seeing the big one closed, especially on a nice dry day with no wind when it would be open. All you need to do on the entrance area is just put the queue line back, because all the ropes have currently gone at the minute. Yeah, apart from the new track now back on, it's not an awful lot more to see a big one. Definitely worth pointing out, since last time, obviously the queue was about here last time on one train. I was saying probably about an hour at most. Now it's on 2 trains, as you can see, all the way down there. The queue is inside the station, probably about a 5-minute waiting time at most. But yeah, I'm not doing it. Still not doing any rides until the big one is back open. Good to see though this ride walk on a 2-train service. Still no spinning seats just yet. Here's what I mean about the good operations. That one's already left the station, and this one here, straight in, and it will not stop on this block section just here. That's how the ride should always run. So well done the Icon team for today. But normally, you'd have one in the station, one here, when it's on 3, you'd have one sat over there. That's not how the ride should be run at all. But even when it's on 2 trains, normally you have both of them sat there. But yeah, good to see no stacking on board Icon. Right, the Grand National, obviously it's still closed until Easter time-ish, but it's stated on the park's website. But there's no visible changes from inside the park that have happened with this attraction. We've still only got one of the 4 trains back on the track. That's the red train. That's just behind that wall up there. All that silver painting, obviously I reported on that last time. So obviously we had all the scaffolding coming around here. All this here. This path was closed. And yeah, all that's now been done. Just need to work on the tower here. That's all needs to work on. But yeah, there's no visible changes happening with the Grand National. A few little bits I could touch up on. Just the bottom there, looking a bit rusty in some places. But yeah, we'll head round the corner towards the flying machines. See if we can see anything from the side on view, but yeah, nothing to report on really from Grand National. Well, as I just said, the red train sat here. Green, purple and blue, still in maintenance. No snow this time. If you remember in the last update, I had little patches of snow on the grass because the Saturday morning when I was filming it, just had some heavy snow in Blackpool. But yeah, nothing really to report from the Grand National. Just needs a good sweep, good paint. The train's back and it'll be ready to rock again Easter time. Right, I'm now down here by Valhalla, set to open in the summertime this year. Again, no visible changes have happened. I mean, this scaffolding's all here. There was a crane on Tuesday though, lifting some stuff inside, so maybe it's a brand new reverse turntable. Or maybe some new set theming pieces, but yeah. The crane was just sat about here, lifting stuff onto that platform, onto the reverse turntable. But the only visible change they've done is they just painted the wall. I don't know why it took them 2 years to paint the wall, but yeah, they've painted it black. If we look down the midway towards Ghost Train, crowd levels, they're a little bit busier than last time. Still not increasingly busy, but it's a lot busier than last time, I'll say that. The park is still only open 11 AM till 5 PM though, and obviously tickets are about £35 to £40, so I'm still thinking that's why it's not absolutely rammed on these winter weekends. Because for the sake of 6 hours and £40, is it really worth it? Obviously, season pass holders, yeah, because it's free. But everybody else, it's the question, isn't it? You don't want to pay £40 and expect not to get on a lot. Well, that's for you to decide. There's Ice Blast doing its thing. But yeah, Valhalla, again, nothing really to show apart from a painted wall. Thought this would be a good mention. In the old fish and chip shop just by the main entrance of the park, it's very hard to see, but they've got about 4 or 5 freestyle machines, or the Pleasure Beach version of a freestyle machine. So if you've ever visited the mailing parks, how they have the free refills around the park, looks like Pleasure Beach is doing the exact same here. There's no signs on it yet, but it used to be called the Place Fish and Chips. If you know where we are, that's the main entrance of the park there. And it's just going to be inside there. There's lots of theming up saying free refills, free soft drinks, everything. But yeah, looks like it's going to be a brand new freestyle machine in here. Right, so we're coming towards the end of this update. Let me know in the comments, what would you prefer? More updates but shorter? Or the slightly longer updates but obviously take a lot longer to make? Obviously it's been about 2 weeks since the last one. Could have done one last weekend, but it would have been a lot shorter and nothing really to report on. So just let me know in the comments below. Is Ice Blast about to launch again? But yeah, let me know in the comments, as I say, prefer these slightly longer ones but take longer to make and produce, or the shorter ones in less time. Right, so before I head back down the prom and show you the brand new big one track from outside the park, just a quick summary on today. Obviously we've shown the new track from inside the park. We've also shown little bits and bobs with Grand National and also Valhalla. And I've also shown the good operations on Icon for a change today. It's nice to see them getting that two trains out very fast and very efficiently. Obviously we're showing a little bits of repainting work happening with Avalanche as well. And also more enhancements around the park. So yeah, let's head out the park, head towards Boulevard and end the video there. Right, so here we are then, by the Boulevard and Big Blue Hotel. So having a quick look at that brand new track from outside the park. Obviously I showed you a few clips ago the track from inside the park, leading up to the mid-course break run, but here it is from outside. Obviously, as I said, inside you can see a clear difference between the old on the left and the new on the right. Even if you disguise that scaffolding, obviously when it comes down it'll still be visible from the paint and all them cross ties that I was on about. But yeah, that's about it for today's update. Hope you enjoyed it. No idea when the next one will be, but like I say, if you prefer these longer ones, let me know. If you prefer the short ones, let me know as well. But yeah, thank you for tuning in for this one. I'll see you all again very soon.
Experience of vertical